American men are the most hung, according to American men.
Straight men are holding hands in the Netherlands in support of gay men.
Love it.
We're talking about jobs.
Not those kind of jobs. Coming up today, On the Point, you're a pig.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. And we have a very special guest with us today. Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Sonny Wong.
Pleasure to be here.
I love your name.
That is a great name.
Thank
It is
you.
a great name.
Thank
Is
you.
that your given name, Sonny?
It's my given name.
Wow.
I didn't always like it, but I love it now.
It's very positive.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Very.
And you are a Master of Education with a focus on work and career from the University of Toronto, Ontario Institute for the Study of Education.
Proud graduate.
That's very long.
It is
Clearly
very
the
long.
smartest person who's ever been in this room.
Yes.
No.
And okay, so you focus on work and career, and the reason why I wanted to have you on is because everybody talks about their job. It's so much a focus of our lives and our identity. So I wanted and not everybody on this panel is necessarily happy with their full-time jobs. Side shade from Tito. So my first question for you, actually, is how much does being happy, how much focus should that be on your job?
We have to kind of say happiness is an overall feeling, right? And when we come to talk about happiness related to employment or career, what positive psychologists have identified is that the more happy you are, the more successful you will be. So it's not the other way around. People go, oh, as soon as I get that promotion, I'll be more happy. Or as soon as I get that raise, I'll be more happy. Or as soon as I get that, fancy title, I'll be more happy. It doesn't work that way. And continuously research have shown that the more happy you are with positive feelings and good moods and, positive emotions, you're more likely to go out there and create something great for others and for yourself. So in that sense, that's where the professional success comes in, right? And they've shown that, for new graduates, I think I read someone here as a Ryerson graduates, if graduates graduate and they're happy versus graduates who are not happy, graduates who are happy actually secure more job interviews. So that leads to a successful outcome. Individuals who are happy are more productive in their workplace and are positively evaluated by their peers and superiors, and they have this aura effect that they could handle managerial jobs. So automatically, you're getting a competitive edge.
But what if you're in a job that makes you unhappy? If you're already in... Huh?
Leave.
Well, but
That's easy to say.
Hey, I quit. Wow. I quit my construction job after 9 years because I couldn't handle it, and I moved to Toronto to pursue my dreams because I wasn't happy.
So did you have a job already lined up, or you just...
No, I didn't.
Did you have money
You had like family to help you.
I had money saved up and whatever, and I worked. I worked until I got a bartending job. But before that, I was just like, no, I'm done with this, and I
Actually, that...
quit.
Can you make a blanket statement in terms of there are people stuck in their jobs and they say, I can't leave my job because I rely on it for the salary.
Right.
But they're unhappy.
Right.
Are there any studies that show whether or not leaving your job actually leads to something better?
Let's put it this way. If you're not in a happy place, nothing you do, your relationship is not going to happen. Your friendships are not going to happen. Your family issues are not going to happen. So what happens is that if you're in an unhappy job, it does bleed into other aspects of your well-being. They call that subjective well-being. And the subjective well-being could be your social, your community, your finances, and your physical health. So we can't separate a career identity from an individual personal identity. And what I always say is that we need to distinguish between a job and a career. So if you're engaging in a job, then don't expect much from it. And find other things that satisfy you outside of your life, outside of the work life. But if you're engaging in a career, then that career means meaningful activities, what you do during the day. So many people confuse job for career, right? You know, all of you are having fun. As soon as I walked in here, I could see the level of happiness, and you're not getting paid, like you're not getting a lot of money for this. But does that
I'm
mean
not getting paid? I thought we were just waiting
I'm
to the
not
end of the
getting paid.
season for a lump sum, Fred.
You made me hold his
Damn it.
hand.
I'm not getting paid. But as I was saying, what happens is that, you know, a career doesn't always have to have a monetary value attached to it. And that's where the mistake and the misconception comes from, that, you know, my job's supposed to make me happy. No,
Is
my
that a
job's the job.
societal thing? Where does that come from?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask the people who believe that a job is supposed to be happy, right? Because a job is what you do for X amount of time for a set wage, right? A career is what you do for meaning and purpose and fulfillment, right?
Wow.
Now, let me interview you. Now, why the hump?
No, go.
I just know. I think that's brilliant. Absolutely, and that's why I quit my job. And I do have another job now, but my career and what I'd like to make a career out of is acting. That's my passion. That's what makes me happy. It's what I get up in the morning to do. You know what I mean? And I have different jobs to pay bills right now, but
Meaningful,
ultimately-
purposeful.
Yeah.
You know, it brings you enjoyment. You delve
Absolutely.
right into it, and then as a result, you're happier and you want to continue doing it.
You
Absolutely.
know, there was a big shift for me about a year and a half ago when I got my current job, like career, whatever. I mean, it's employment in the career that I want to be working in. And before that, having, you know, done freelance, which was occasionally okay, and I enjoyed enough of that a little bit, but like having to do just jobs to be able to pay bills and retail and other bullshit like that, like it, you know, that was very unfulfilling and unhappy. And I've been dramatically happier just as a human being because I've been able to do what I want to be doing every day. I go to this place with these amazing people and create this really cool stuff. And you know, it doesn't feel like any of the jobs I ever had before. I don't feel like I'm working. I'm just there doing what I'm doing, and happily they, you know, occasionally give me a paycheck, you know, which is great. But it's, you know, not sort of like, oh God, I have to get through this to get the money. I have to do this to get the money, you know, which I've been in jobs like that before. So it's nice.
What about people who don't know what they want to be when they grow up?
I don't believe that's true.
Really?
I work I work with youth right now, and they walk in and they say, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. They may not know what the actual occupation is called, but when you ask them to describe, when you ask them to envision, when you ask them to feel what's the day like when you get up and you pretend to go to work, they're able to have very clear descriptions of what they feel is meaningful. It is the self-doubt that's talking, that's canceling out and making it a default answer of, oh, I don't know what I want to do.
Wow.
Right? But when you actually sit down and you go,
No, I'm just. It's like.
when you
Ring
actually
true for me.
sit down and you say, let's not label anything, let's pretend when I went to bed last night and I wake up and my dream happened. That dream is in having that career that I wanted. And I would say, well, can you describe what your day is like now that this dream has happened in your sleep? And many, many people, adults, young, even children, are able to describe what it is that they're doing. And that is the unfolding of a career identity. That is the building blocks of a healthy career identity. Society seems to be very fixated on titles.
And I was
Right?
going to ask,
But-
do we put too much emphasis societally on that?
You know, I don't know what to say. There are jobs that are disappearing because of automation. So and
Trump is bringing coal back.
let's
Why
not
did you have to
go
bring
down.
him up? There's no reason to do that.
There are jobs that are disappearing because of automation, and there are jobs that are collapsing and weird names come up, right? Like they're coordinator of special something something or special project of something something. If you're the individual who attaches your career identity with the occupational title, it becomes quite confusing and ambiguous, right?
Is a lot of people, their emotional well-being is tied into that then. So what advice do you have to people who may not like the title or like where they are? I mean, it does affect us emotionally.
Absolutely. But we have to remember well-being has 5 components.
Oh.
And career is just one component, right? So, other forms of well-being is what? Social, see? Friends, relationships, family ties. So you may want to boost that up if your career is not as high as you want it to be, because if you boost that up, maybe it'll boost the career up. The second thing could be community, churches, gay advocacy groups, volunteerism. If your career is low, you may want to boost that part up, because we know that as more positive effect happens, the other dimensions goes up too. So there's finances. Now many people go, well, finance, that's really hard. But it's not about how much money you have. It's about how well you manage what you have. Right?
Poorly.
Exactly. So, the 5 dimension, and also the physical health. I know that you're a trainer. We know that if you work out regularly, you actually feel more positive. So there are other ways to influence your career success if you really think about what are the 5 well-being factors.
Yes, Tito?
Makes sense, all of it.
Yes. A sort of a side question I had to do with discrimination in the workplace. And the reason why I ask about this is because the only time in my life when I've dealt with anti-gay discrimination, it was from other gay men. I wondered if there were any studies or statistics on how discrimination of any sort kind of plays out in the workplace.
Well, we have to celebrate what has happened already, which is that there's a lot of discrimination policy that protects LGBT community. Whether they're activated or not in the workplace is a different story, right? You're right, I have been discriminated by another gay man early on in my career, and I kind of go this doesn't really make any sense, but it does happen.
It is surprising to a straight person who doesn't understand what you're talking about exactly.
Yeah.
That,
it's funny.
That's a very strange idea, because you would imagine that it's sort of we got to stick together kind of thing.
No, but whatever, he was this one guy I'm thinking of, this one boss of mine. He was kind of semi-closeted, and
hated you because of it.
Because I was very out and open. And
you were resented.
Everybody in the workplace would ask me, "How come? Why does he hide that he has a boyfriend?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not his. Ask him." But he didn't like the fact that.
Well, that's also a very straight thing, as a side note, to just think that every gay person is a spokesperson for every other gay person. You know what I mean? Why do gay people do this? I could tell you why I do that. You know what I mean? Is the usual response.
Do you know him?
No, I don't.
All the gays.
What's his name? Brian. He lives on. Okay, no, I do know him actually, but that's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yes, but you were saying
discrimination. I don't like to use that word, to be honest. I feel that I do recognize that discrimination does exist in the workplace, but when it happens to me, I don't use that word as the first word to describe my experiences. I feel that the subtle form of discrimination is really more about territory. This is what I do and you can't do that. This is what I have and you can't have that. So I feel that the subtle form of discrimination is more about, people being territorial about what they have and what they don't have, and who could play in the club and who can't play in the club. Because there are many other factors besides race, religion, sexuality, gender that play into the denial of access and resources. And that's what discrimination really is. Right?
You mentioned before some professions kind of going away because of technology and
so
whatnot.
many.
So how do we deal with that? If something that, I used to work in newspapers. The media
There it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The media landscape has
What's a
shrunk.
newspaper?
Exactly.
Well, look what happened to Extra.
Right, the
Our-
gay newspaper in Toronto.
what happened to
It's
Fab.
online only. Right, that's gone. So, right, a lot of the LGBT media, the print media has gone away. So, how do, people in mid-career, people who are just coming out of university, how do you sort of survey the landscape now as opposed to in ye olden days?
Okay. First of all, I think there's a misconception of the olden days being better. Like when I graduated from university was 1996. And that was when it was one of the first Canadian depressions. I remember the Canadian dollar was 50 cents for US. And
Really?
Oh yeah.
All I remember is that Titanic came out.
And the and the
It was
No, that was
99.
this. No, 97. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Was it
Wow.
97?
So like
Yeah.
50
so
cents.
50 cents. So back then, people go, oh, you know what? Back then it was so nice, blah, 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 blah. It was not nice. Like I remember taking contract jobs. I remember having 2 or 3 jobs. But enough about me. But today's time is more about mastering rather than, saying, I want that job. You will be thinking about, or I want that career. You'll be thinking about more, what skills do I need to master to stay in that field? And I've always said to new graduates or, people in mid-career, don't attach yourself to an organization. The days of the organization supporting you while you are, into your retirement years are long, long gone. Attach yourself to a occupational field and continue to master your skill. And continue, if you're going to be a dancer, then you're going to be the best dancer. If you're going to be an actor, you're going to be the best actor.
You're going to be the best dancer.
Okay, listen to him.
Can you do a backflip?
Points me out. Okay, here we go.
So that's what I'm trying to, mastery. And mastery means that you're doing something to gain proficiency without the ego. So you're not, I'm not going to be the best career counselor because I want to be the most recognized career counselor in the field. I just want to be the best career counselor so that when clients come, I don't look like an idiot, right? And I want to serve the clients well.
You'd be surprised how many people don't care about looking like an idiot. I've noticed in my time, just people who are like, yeah.
So it's mastery of your skill and then delving into that skill and then losing yourself into it. And that's how you continue working, right?
Well, great. Well, any last piece of advice that you wanted to give people who are...
The last piece of advice is, as a gay single male in our community, sometimes we're overly conscious on the subjective achievement. So we're overly conscious on the objective achievement. I gotta get that promotion, I gotta get that condo, I gotta get that boyfriend, I gotta get that car. We need to
I don't think that's just the gay
shift
community.
more. I'm saying as a gay single man.
Yeah.
As a gay single man, sometimes I fall into the trap. Now we need to think about what are the meaningful things that bring us joy. And if you could tangle that up into your everyday work life, then you have subjective well-being.
Great.
We should all strive for that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sonny. If people want to contact you, have questions...
They'll contact me through you.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
Okay. So if you have any questions for Sonny, contact us here at thepointguys@gmail.com. Thank you very much,
everybody.
Sonny.
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And now it's time for Tito's Midpoint.
This week we're playing Pointless. It's our take on Kill Fuck Mary. So we will start on that end, Mr. Dougie.
Here we go.
Doog.
Doog.
Dukes, Doogies.
Remember the character? Anyways. keep
Doogie
going.
Howser?
Sorry.
Doogie
Neil
Howser?
Patrick Harris.
No. I was gonna go off, but then yeah.
Like the cartoon Doug?
Yes. I am obsessed with you.
All right. I have Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and Kristen Wiig.
Okay,
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
fantastic.
Wow.
I'm gonna say, I'm going to marry Kristen Wiig.
Yep.
I am going to gentlemanly sleep with Tina Fey. And as much as it pains me, I'd have to kill Amy Poehler, but I love Amy Poehler.
I would have done the
very
same
hard.
thing. I would have done the same
Yeah.
thing.
Here we go. John Oliver, Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert.
This is spelled John, so this is not from The Daily Show. It's a different Jon Stewart.
Wait, I don't know who these people are.
What?
I'm the worst with names.
They're like Jon Stewart from The Daily Show, John Oliver from Last Week Tonight on HBO.
The one with the glasses,
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah, and then Stephen
Stewart
Colbert
with the white
from-
hair.
Yes.
Like now,
Yeah, now
I guess.
he
Yeah.
has.
And Stephen
then
Colbert, who's that?
He does the Late Show right now on
There's so
CBS.
many.
He did the
He
Colbert Report.
Yeah.
The what?
The Colbert Report. It was on after the
Colbert?
Daily Show. It was like
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Okay, well, so I'm gonna have to kill Colbert because there's so many late shows. Like, how am I supposed to know who's who? Anyways,
those are the three biggest.
and then John Oliver, I would sleep with him and marry Jon Stewart because he has like
Salt and pepper.
salt pepper hair.
Oh,
Very
you like those older salt and pepper Jewish guys, don't you?
You know how I do.
I got mans, so I don't know who they are.
Too
What do you
bad.
mean? You know, you don't know who they are.
I know Channing Tatum.
Oh, you guys should have traded.
I know Channing
That's a
Tatum.
good
Chris
one.
Pine is so
I don't know.
hot.
What's he from? What's he from?
He was
Chris
He
Pine
was
is on
Kirk
Star
on-
Trek.
He was
Star
Captain
Trek.
Kirk.
the main guy.
Yes.
The main guy. What is going
And
on
Charlie-
today?
Charlie
Who's that? Who's
Hunnam
Charlie Hunnam?
is Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, just like
Kill him.
Some butcher.
Yeah, I'll kill him because I've never watched that.
Well, he'll shank you anyway.
Yeah, Chris Pine. I guess I do.
I'd marry Chris Pine.
marry him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then I guess
No.
you know what I'm saying.
You're fucking Channing, yo.
Get down
clapping
with
Channing
Channing.
Tatum.
Oh,
Yes.
I would.
But you know he's got the rhythm from all of his dancing moves, step up movies
True,
and
it's
whatnot.
true.
So,
Channing
you know.
Tatum is a cool drink of water. He would.
A cool drink of water.
But I don't
Fred
like his
says.
teeth.
What is that supposed to mean?
Isn't it a
Nobody
tall
knows.
drink of water?
Whatever.
All right,
cool drink of
Teets,
water.
what do you got?
I got Olivia Munn, Olivia Wilde, and Amelia Clark.
Oh, that's a good one too. I don't know who.
Olivia
Clark
Newton-John.
is.
John. Oh.
I
know who that is, I just know her name.
Amelia Clark is Khaleesi.
Is-
Oh, Khaleesi.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I love her.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, I've never watched it.
You've never watched?
I
Game
know,
of
I
Thrones?
know. Sorry. Anyway, Tito.
You're not joking?
I'm killing Olivia Munn because she always has like a stank face on.
Oh, she's great though.
I'm sleeping with Olivia Wilde, and I'm definitely marrying Amelia Clark. 'Cause
I would
she's
kill her
amazing.
too. She always looks like angry.
Yeah, she does.
Like, why are you making me feel so dumb? I know.
That's not angry. It's
Ooh,
sultry.
this is a good one for you.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't even know. Who's Zoe Saldana?
Saldana.
Oh, from Guardians of the Galaxy.
my gosh, she's
she's
so
the
hot.
green chick.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh,
Avatar and all
hot.
of that.
Wow.
From Avatar.
Read the three out loud
It's
first, and then we
yeah,
can...
Zoe Saldana, Natalie Portman, and Mila Kunis.
Would you
Ooh,
make
Black
a Mila
Swan.
Kunis?
Wait, who's the one in the middle?
Yes, I would.
You would make a Mila
I
Kunis?
would absolutely.
Okay, kill Natalie Portman, obviously.
What?
Why?
Love her, but
She's
she has no personality.
She's a
Like,
wonderful
You don't
person.
know that.
No, yeah, I'm sure everybody is. We're not killing them for real. Like,
That's why it's called Pointless.
Exactly.
All right,
You know what? I'm gonna kill Zoe. Unfortunately. Sorry.
she's the hottest.
I'm sorry. I'd fuck Mila and
marry
Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Excuse
Well,
you.
she's got a baby on the way.
I have.
That's
oh
why I
no! You
would
know what? Sorry.
legitimately
Pardon
sleep
me.
with.
I fucked up. I'm gonna fuck Natalie and marry Mila.
Why? Because she's pregnant?
Yeah. I'm into that.
Well,
No, because this was my
Okay,
original
Natalie's
thing.
got
yeah.
kids.
Next.
Okay, there's only one left, so there you go.
Love it.
I get the dregs.
Here we go.
Ooh, Adam Levine, Jared Leto, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, kill Jared Leto for
I would
sure.
kill Jared Leto.
Jared Leto is
Like,
so
come
hot.
on.
What is this based on?
You know,
He's the worst.
I would fuck Adam Levine,
Yeah, whatever.
and I would marry Justin Timberlake.
yeah, no, that sounds right.
No, because Justin
Timberlake
Timberlake's the
seems
nice
gentle. He would treat
guy.
you well.
I would
Yes.
kill both and
Adam
just marry and
Levine.
fuck Justin.
I'd rather
T.
die than marry Justin Timberlake. Oh my god.
my God.
You would rather
why?
marry Adam
I
Levine?
think he's so
Yes?
beautiful.
You would rather die yourself.
What's wrong
I
with
don't think you
JT?
would.
I can't believe anyone could spend their life with someone like
Jessica
Oh,
Biel did.
come on.
Whoa.
Yeah, but like Jessica.
Thank you,
Whoa.
Tito.
Jessica Biel.
Whoa.
For today's
Whoa.
midpoint.
Paper cut. Bitch.
And that brings us to talking point number 2. Big hands, big heart on.
You mean big dick?
No, heart on.
Heart?
Dick?
Heart.
Go on.
So men in the Netherlands. Okay, so there was a gay couple in the Netherlands.
Yeah. That's why Gordon and I were holding hands.
Yes, there was a gay couple in the Netherlands. They were the victim of an anti-gay attack. And so straight men in the Netherlands have started a campaign to hold hands walking down the street in solidarity with the gay couple. Now, this is a great thing, obviously, and people are social media-ing it out, tweeting photos
You
of
sound
this.
so old when you say it like that.
Social media-ing.
Yeah.
They're on the computers.
Yeah, on the Googles.
Those boxes.
But here's my question: Would straight men do that here?
No.
I would.
I mean,
Is it like
No.
a parade?
No.
Or
it's-
are they just like
you don't think
spontaneously
they
like
would?
like the pop up?
No, just like walking from like
Right.
a meeting
Walking
to whatever,
in the middle of
like
nowhere
down the
just
street.
because. I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
straight guys would.
Would straight men do it?
I have before.
I'm open to doing it,
It's like
but I don't
skies
think
really
it would
high.
catch on as a
having
thing.
a great time.
Wait, Doug.
I don't think it would catch on as a thing in a bigger way because it seems to me that nothing really happens in North America generally unless it's like a big organized event.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like people don't subtly protest,
Yeah.
which is not a good thing. People need to do that, but they don't. So you've got like these big marches and these big events and all of that. So I could totally see a big event where people came out to, a lot of straight allies and whatnot to support and whatnot, but I don't see them just like, me and Ori wandering down the street. I mean, it's a bad example because we probably would do that.
I would. I'd go do that right now.
Okay,
So
let's
how
do it.
did
Let's
you-
across the table.
Why did you do it last time?
Just the rest of the show.
You said you've done it before.
What?
You said you've done it. Why?
I don't know. Like I said, I was really inebriated, I guess you could say.
You were drunk.
I was. And it was just me and my buddy. We were just skipping down the road with our hands. It was
but
great.
I've held hands with like my straight guy friends. They love,
Doug?
They love to hold my hand.
Oh, that's cute.
Like
they
Doug.
love to
Like
hold
my
your hand.
one of my close friends, Max. I don't know if he's watching, but anyways, he loves to hold my hand or like my arm. Or, like I love to he's so muscly too.
Like Doug.
Yes. Well, anyways, yeah. But I agree. I don't think it would be a
Gordon.
thing.
My thing is
Yeah.
like, what does it do? Like, like what does it do? Like, what's different now?
It shows support. I guess.
Well, it shows support, but it's also if two men holding hands is more common,
It's
it becomes normalized.
It's normalizing
I don't even hold my boyfriend.
something that
I
people
know.
have a prejudice
handle
against.
And the whole holding hands thing, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still when I had a boyfriend, I wouldn't do it because
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
You're scared.
And I'm not scared, but I would just feel awkward. I would just be
that's
don't.
But that's too bad. You should
I know.
you shouldn't have to feel that way because I love holding hands when I'm in a relationship with somebody. It's just that sort of closeness, but a subtle closeness kind of thing. You get to do that. And it's nice.
I don't know. It's this thing that's installed inside of me just because of what I don't know, society, I guess. I don't know.
But that's the thing, right? Is that I've never felt like there was anything wrong
Right.
with me holding hands with a woman because society has never said that
Right.
it has. So, I guess part of it, Gordon, is that exactly as Matt's saying, it's just saying this is just a thing that everyone does. And if it becomes normal, then people don't have an adverse reaction to it. It's kind of, it's sort of the idea of seeing an interracial couple now is sort of whatever, that's two people, but 60, 70 years ago that was just what's going on
And
to
some people still have an issue with it,
which is upsetting,
stupid.
but you see it so much more now that it's by straight up just seeing it and it just being around and existing, it becomes a normal thing.
Yeah.
And then people don't have issue with it. I mean, they shouldn't have issue with it, but
Interracial.
Early on, when we started the second talking point, you said dick. Are we talking about dick?
Dick,
What?
Well, we are.
always.
A new study just
surprise.
came out
Always.
comparing how big men say they are versus how big the women say the men are.
I think there must be a correlation too, though. Sorry, I'm probably jumping the gun here, about guys who say that they're huge and who aren't really, and guys who don't boast about how big they are and are larger.
Well,
Because I feel like they're like, whatever, I don't need to prove anything, because
Right.
the most actually the ones that lie the most are Americans. The survey
Shocking.
found
Started from the top, now we're here.
the survey found that Americans were the most overly proud of their penises, telling researchers they possess 7.2 inches when they only really have 6.6 inches. On the other end of the scale, Canadian women claimed the penises they'd seen were the biggest in the world at 7 inches, but this was contradicted
Whilst traveling in Europe.
But this was contradicted by the people who should know best, who said their appendages were slightly smaller. So the people who were most modest about their penis size were Canadians and Indians. And in fact, there's a
And Canadian Indians don't even get started.
there's a graphic that hopefully we can get up on the screen. Canadians.
It's just an eggplant emoji.
It's a cucumber. Men claim 6.84 inches, but women say it's almost 7 inches.
How do women even know? They can't.
What? I don't
It's
know.
it's biological.
They have
like
a,
they have their
measuring tape in
They
their
measure their
vaginas.
throat and then see how far it goes.
No, they can just feel it inside
What?
their vaginas.
But it's what they guess it to be. Americans, men claim 7.25 inches, but women say it's only 6 2/3 inches.
Who cares? Average is 5. Like anything over 6 is perfect.
Anything over 3 is fine. Am I right? Am I right?
But isn't the average 5? Or it used to be.
I don't.
I read that,
I
like-
don't know. Is the average
I
5?
think it's like 5.5
Yeah. I
or
don't
something.
even know.
Like the
these
world
things.
average.
Right. Well, globally, men claim 7 inches, but it's really 6 2/3 inches.
Like globally, if it's all added together into
Yes.
one big
Every
dick.
penis in the world.
Super dick.
Why is it in inches?
Hashtag super
Hashtag
dick.
super dick for sure.
Why is it an inch?
Why is it in inches?
As opposed to what,
Centimeters?
centimeters?
Well, because the last time I measured, I was like in grade school. So like I had like
Wait, the last time you measured
centimeter
your
rule.
dick?
Yeah.
Was in grade school?
Because it's like a centimeter ruler. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you have the 30
I'm
centimeter
sure it's
ruler.
bigger now, Gordon. I'm sure it's bigger now.
Yeah, wouldn't you want
What?
it?
No, I'm not talking. I don't care. Like how big it is now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like why are we using inches?
That's just how
Like you want to
measure it.
use centimeters because it's a bigger number?
Bigger, exactly.
People, do you talk about your dick in terms of centimeters?
No.
I don't
No,
talk
don't
about
talk
the
about it
size
at
of
all.
my
I
dick.
You don't talk about your dick?
your dick?
Mine?
I do all the time.
Who are you talking to about your dick?
Facts.
Who, me?
Yeah, like who do you talk about it with?
His friend.
Actually, I don't talk. I just
Like
usually just-
casually. Is there ever an opportunity? Because there's like, you know, the sexual like, you like that dick? I get whatever. I don't know.
Wait,
You
what
know.
was that?
But
Have you ever
me
gotten
trying
a wow
to be a
from a
straight
girl?
guy. I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
wow from a girl?
As a
No.
side note, though, it's.
I want to know
good
what was
know-
weird about what I said.
Okay, what?
What? Oh, okay.
No, go.
What,
go.
that you measured
What's
your dick
weird-
in grade school?
Well, like I'm like 12.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not 6.
Oh, okay. okay.
As a side note,
Wait,
though,
inches?
it's good
Okay.
to know. Like, it's
LOL.
good to have a heads up.
Heads up.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was not worth that big a reaction.
But
What do
you
you
know
mean?
what I
No, what do
No,
you mean?
like when you. Oh God. Well, you know, when you are about to.
Like it's good to have a heads up from your partner how
You
what
know
to
I
expect.
hate talking about these things. I'm
What do
just
you-
saying it's good to have a heads up when it comes to these things. That's all I'll say.
What does that mean?
You want like a
What does
warning?
that
Be like,
mean?
oh, I just want to
It's
let you
good
know
to
that I
know
was.
because, girl, I.
Good to
Anyway,
know how big. Yeah.
that's what I mean.
You want somebody to straight up be like, yo,
Well, do you?
I got this going on
well,
down there.
Yeah.
Tito and Matt, because you deal with.
Because nothing.
No,
I'm not
because
gonna
you're
go
the gay
into
guy.
Because you deal with dick.
Because you
Yeah,
guys,
like-
because you deal with it. Have you found that like guys in the past have lied about like one?
No,
Gay
but I'm
guys
like,
don't
yo,
really lie about
P.S. And then usually, you guys, this
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
I've heard from my friends. I have to throw it to my friends. I can't do it to me.
Okay.
I've heard my friends that they've been warned. They're like, P.S. Like that's a thing.
Like,
it's
it's
like
too
it's
big.
very and
Yeah.
like some of my girlfriends are like, I can't. Like there's no
Yeah.
way. Like, do you know what I mean? So things
Yeah,
like
what
that.
do you want me
it's
to
good-
do? Throw it over my shoulder and burp it?
Well, it's just they're just saying like, ew. They're just saying like it's good to know in advance when it's like beyond a certain
Yeah.
point because then it's like, okay, like come on,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
what?
No, I don't think people like.
Yeah, but
I don't
again,
know
we
if
were
gay guys
talking
lie about
averages here. Like I don't
But the
think
bottom
there's
line
like
is that
enough
what?
of a
Like,
situation where
American
it's like
guys are liars. Is that the bottom line?
Well,
of the
that's the
story?
bottom line of this, is
That
that they
story.
exaggerate the most.
They exaggerate about their.
Yeah, so there you
That
go.
is the point.
But is
That
it
is
like
the
men
point.
in general or gay or straight men? Just men in general.
Well, this was
Men.
about straight men.
Well, yeah, because they know that women would not be able to really measure, and then gay guys, because they work more with dick, they probably know better how to measure.
Hold on. Work
Okay,
more with dick?
Hashtag work more with dick.
That's why I'm saying
Endpoints.
that gay guys wouldn't lie about it because they would know
They're
more
more,
than
yeah.
a woman would, I guess.
Endpoints. Tito.
Bop of the week this week is Cheat Codes featuring Demi Lovato, and it's called...
Chicos?
Cheat Codes.
Oh,
It's called No Promises.
down,
It's a really good
left,
song.
right, select.
that's a really good song. And Matt, I know you have an endpoint because the day this episode is being released
Birthday.
is your birthday.
Woo! I'm turning 21.
We're all turning
For
21.
how many times now have you turned 21? Okay, you think about that. In the meantime, don't forget to check us out on Revry, the world's largest LGBTQ online streaming service. Check it out.
Is it though? Is it the
Reverie.tv.
largest?
It
It's
is.
American, so maybe
is.
they're exaggerating the size of it.
No dissing Revry.
Yeah,
I love Revry.
Revry is blessed.
Reverie.tv. Patreon, our crowdfunding site, patreon.com/thepointguys. iTunes, check us out there for the audio podcast. YouTube, very important. Subscribe to us. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. It costs you nothing, means everything to us. Everything. Literally everything. And for back episodes and everything point related, check out our website at thepointguys.net. Thank you to Sonny Wong, a career counselor, for joining us today. Thank you all at the table.
Thank you, Fred.
And thank you. We have a new show every Tuesday, so we will see you next Tuesday on The Point.